Welcome to my video. In this video, I will continue my explanation regarding data manipulation language. We will learn about several aggregate functions and syntax for grouping data. Aggregate function is a function that performs a calculation on multiple values and returns a single value. There are several aggregate functions that we will discuss in this video. First is max, the second is min, and then average, after that sum, and the last is count. First, we will discuss about max function. The max function returns the maximum value in a set of values. The max function is handy in many queries, such as for finding the greatest number, the most expensive product, and the largest payment from customers. The syntax of the max function is max and then distinct, then expression. If we add the distinct operator, the max function returns the maximum value of distinct values, which is the same as the maximum value of all values. It means that the distinct operator doesn't take any effects in the max function. Then I will show you the example to use the max function. For example, we have payments table as shown in this image. So the columns of payment table is customer number, check number, payment date, and amount. Then if we want to get the largest amount from payments table, we can use SQL query, select max amount from payments. Amount is the column name and payment is the table name. This syntax is used to get the largest amount from payment tables. And the second is min function. The min function returns the minimum value in a set of values. The min function is very useful in some scenarios, such as for finding the smallest number, selecting the least expensive product, and getting the lowest credit limit. The following illustrate the syntax of the min function: min, distinct, and then expression. Same as before, if we add the distinct operator, the min function returns the minimum value of distinct values, which is the same as omitting the distinct. In the other words, the distinct operator does not take any effects in the min function. Then we will discuss the example to use the min function. For example, we have products tables as shown in this image. So the columns of products table is product code, product name, quantity in stock, by price, and MSRP. Then if we want to get the lowest by price from products table, we can use SQL query, select min by price from product. By price is the column name and product is the table name. This syntax is used to get the lowest by price from products table. Okay, the third is average function. The average function is an aggregate function that allows you to calculate the average value of a set of values or an expression. For example, we can use average function for finding the average price or getting the average value of credit limit. The following illustrate the syntax of the average function: average and then distinct and then expression. If we use the distinct operator in the average function, we can calculate the average value of the distinct values. For example, if we have a set of values 1, 1, 2, 2, and 3, if we don't use the distinct operator, we use all the values to calculate the average. But if we use distinct operator, we just use 1, 2, and 3 to calculate the average. So if we use the distinct operator in the average function, we can calculate the average value of the distinct values. And this is the example to use the average function. For example, we have products table as shown in this image. The column's name is product code, product name, quantity in stock, by price, and MSRP. Then if we want to get the average by price from the products table, we can use SQL query, select AFG by price, and then average price from products. By price is the column name, and average price is the alias name from the result, and product is the table name. The syntax is used to get the average by price from products table. Okay, and then we will discuss about the sum function. The sum function is an aggregate function that allows us to calculate the sum of a set of values or an expression. The syntax of the sum function is as follows: sum, distinct, and then expression. We must understand how the sum function works. If we use the sum function in a select statement that returns no matching row, the sum function returns null, not 0. And then the distinct operator allows us to calculate distinct values in the set. And then the sum function ignores the null values in the calculation. Then we will discuss about the example to use the sum function. For example, we have order details table as shown in this image. The columns of order details table are order number, product code, quantity ordered, price age, and order line number. Then if we want to get the total price from a certain order number, which is obtained from the sum of the multiplication between quantity of items ordered and the price of each item, we can use the SQL query, select, and then format, and then sum. We want to sum the quantity ordered multiply by price each. Star is used to multiplication, and then we use format, and this is 2. It means that we want to make the result in 2 decimal places, and then the total in here is the alias name from the result. And then from order detail is the table name, and where order number is 10,100. This is the order number. So the syntax is used to get the total price from order details table where the order number is 10,100. Okay, and then we will discuss about the next function is the count function. The count function returns the number of rows in a table, and the count function allows us to count all rows in a table or just the rows that match a specified condition. The syntax of the count function is as follows: count and then expression. The return type of the count function is big integer, and the count function will return 0 if there was no matching row found. There are several forms of the count function: count star, and then count expression, and then count distinct expression. The count star returns the number of rows in a result set written by a select statement that contains non-null and null values. If we use the count function to count the rows in a table without using a where clause and selecting other columns, it will perform very fast. And the second is count expression. This form returns the number of rows that don't contain null values. And the last, the count distinct expression, returns a number of unique rows that don't contain null values. Then I will show you the example to use the count function. For example, we have the most tables as shown in this image. Then if we want to get the number of rows from this table, we can simply use the query select count star from demos. Count star returns the number of rows that contain non-null and null value, so we will get 9 as the result. Then if we want to add a specific condition, for example, we just want to select data that has the value of val is 2, we can add a condition using the where clause in the query. So we will use the query select count star from demos where val equal with 2, and we will get the result is 2 because there are two rows that contain the value of val is 2. And then we can add distinct clause to count the number of unique rows that don't contain no values. For example, the query is select count distinct val from demos. This query will choose the unique values from val column and ignore null values. So the values are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So the total of values is 5, so we will get the result is 5. Okay, and then we will discuss about the syntax for grouping data. The group by clause is used to group a set of rows into a set of summary rows by values of columns or expression. The group by clause returns one row for each group. In the other words, it reduces the number of rows in the result set. We often use the group by clause with aggregate function such as sum, average, max, min, and count. The aggregate function that appears in the select clause provides the information about each group. And the group by clause is optional clause of the select statement. And this image illustrates the group by clause syntax. Select C1, C2, and until Cn is the columns. And then aggregate function, we can use aggregate function with group by clause. And then from table, where, and then we specify the condition. And then group by, and then we specify the column. The group by clause must appear after the from and where clauses. And then following the group by keyword is a list of comma-separated columns or expression that we want to use as criteria to group the rows. And then I will show you the example to use the group by clause. For example, we have orders table as shown in this image. The columns of orders table is order number, order date, required date, shipped date, status, comments, and customer number. Then if we want to group the data by the status, we can use group by clause. And this is the query, select status from order, group by status. This query is used to select the status columns and group it by status. So the result is a list of specific value in the status column. And the other example, we can use the group by clause and aggregate function such as count to calculate the total of data by the status value. And the query is select status count star from orders and then group by status. The syntax is used to calculate the total of data by the status value, and the result is a table that contains status and the number of data based on the status. And then we will discuss about having. The having clause is used in the select statement to specify filter condition for a group of rows or aggregates. The having clause is often used with the group by clause to filter group based on the specified condition. If the group by clause is omitted, the having clause behaves like the where clause. And we must notice that the having clause applies a filter condition to each group of rows, while the where clause applies the filter condition to each individual row. So the having clause and where clause is different. And this is the example to use the having clause. For example, we have order details tables as shown in this image. The columns of order details table are order number, product code, quantity ordered, price each, and order line number. And then we use this query to select the order number, sum of quantity ordered as items count, so this is the alias name, and then sum of the multiplication of price each and quantity ordered as total. And then from order details, this is the table name, group by order number, having total more than 1000. So we just choose the data that has the value of the total more than 1000. Then if we run this query, we will get the result as shown on the right side. So the result is the order number, items counts, and total. And we just choose the data that the total more than 1000. Okay, we have discussed several aggregate functions, group by, and having clauses for data manipulation language in a database. I think enough for my explanation in this video. Thank you for your attention and see you on the next video.